You know, many times I hear people use the phrase compromise to mean this is how you can get along, or this is how you can achieve your aims. And I really dispute that. I don't think compromise is a very healthy model. Compromise is basically giving up on something because the other person is insisting on it. It feels like a loss, a lesser option. Instead, what I would encourage is a win-win mindset. So, another way of expressing a win-win mindset is a consensus mindset. So, for instance, someone is cooking a turkey. And one person is saying, I think we should roast the turkey. And someone else is saying, I think we should deep fry the turkey. And someone else is saying, I think we should have only white meat. And someone else is saying, I think we should have only dark meat, and so on and so forth. And what normally ends up happening is a midway solution is presented, which satisfies nobody. If instead you say to yourself, I want the solution to be that everybody wins, everybody gets what they want. Now, this seems a lot more complicated when you first get into it because you think, well, wait a minute, how is that possible? Everything is so different. The thing is that once you start developing this, you actually create a process, and the process itself helps people feel good. So, what's the difference? Okay, so with a consensus-based approach, first of all, you assume that everybody is right. You assume that everybody has a legitimate set of reasons and that those should be included. Once you really start listening, well, why do you want dark meat? Well, actually, it's better for my health. Well, dark meat, it's more flavorful. Someone else, why do you want white meat? Well, actually, white meat can be used in a number of different dishes, or it pairs very well with the other flavors that are going to be in the meal, or whatever. And as you listen, and as each person is heard, what happens is not only do they feel considered and acknowledged, but everyone else does too, because they see, wow, they're paying a lot of attention to Joe. And oh, now they're paying equal attention to Mary. And oh, wow, here comes Devon. And wow, they gave the same attention to Devon, even though Devon is 6. So then you're opening up every person's sense of being heard and noticing that others are heard. This creates a sort of momentum. And everyone involved is like, oh, well then, yeah, I want to be a part of this. I like this. I like this feeling. I like that I'm being heard. I like that other people are being heard. Okay. And then once you have established everybody's desires, everybody's needs, the next thing that happens is you open up the possibilities for solutions. So in other words, you may say, well, I wonder how we could, make sure that you get what you want and everyone gets what they want. And then you actually allow even the craziest ideas to come out. Someone says, well, why don't we split the turkey in 4s and cook them all differently? Someone else says, well, why don't we first do this and then do that? Someone else says, well, why don't we have 2 turkeys? Anyhow, the thing is, you don't interrupt the process of all the ideas. Okay. You listen. Then people can discuss the ideas. They can say, well, yeah, the 2 turkeys idea is a good idea, but the problem with that is we're going to end up with a lot of leftovers, right? Someone else may say, well, if we cut it in half, we won't have enough space in the oven, or, whatever it is. So you listen again. to everybody's points. And then you watch the magic happen, because then now people are open. They've listened to each other. They've actually validated that each other have reasons for why they feel the way they do. Okay. And so then when the solutions are presented, people may say, yeah, but we could do it this way. Well, yeah, but that wouldn't be a problem if we did it at this time. Or, well, we could use the oven at my house, or we could do this, or we could do that. So what happens is now the energy is developing towards implementing each other's ideas. Now, again, think about what happens emotionally. Your needs are listened to, your ideas are listened to. People are then offering further suggestions about how to carry out your ideas. How do you feel? You feel good, right? Do you feel warm towards these people, or are you angry? Okay. No, you feel very open. You feel very warm. So then whatever solution you come up with, it's going to be a win. I tell you, no matter what solution, everybody there will have felt seen, heard, felt included, involved, valued. That's the win. The win is not what you're going to eat or how it's prepared. The win is that everybody in the circumstance has contributed, has been welcomed, embraced, acknowledged, emotionally safe, and practically involved in the circumstance. And I guarantee you, if you use this approach when you're dealing with circumstances where people may have very different ideas, you will have a completely positive result.